Sophie here with another Friday Favorites. And this episode I am covering facial gadgets. Just 3 of them, 2 that I can't live without and 1 that I can. So, facial gadgets. There are quite a few available on the market right now. And some of them I think are worth the money and some of them definitely not. But I'm sort of talking today about more low-tech gadgets, not all those fancy laser lights and, muscle contractor, electrostimulation. I'll get to that. But today we're talking a little bit more low-key, a little bit more low-cost, and I'm covering 3. And as I said, 2 of them I really, really like, and 1, a little bit, I can definitely live without. So let's get started right away. Gadget number 1 is the Dermaflash. Now, the Dermaflash has been part of my life for about a year now. I was introduced to it round about a year ago. And what it basically is, look at the box right here, it is facial exfoliation and peach fuzz removal is what it does. I actually found it at a beauty expo, and it was kind of funny because the guy that was demonstrating it had girls, including my lovely Catherine, who works with me, who's a lot younger than me, so she's great for testing out certain skincare products. Plus, I was never going to have my skin up close on camera, like with a camera this far away, which is what Catherine was willing to do. And he got this thing going on Catherine's skin and started with the kind of peach fuzz, and we were dying laughing because it literally looked like a layer of skin was kind of peeling off, almost like a snake shedding its skin, but it was so satisfying, and we were completely sold because we couldn't believe what it does. It's not just like a kind of razor that razors hairs off. It does so much more than that by way of this very, very fine blade, and when you turn it on, it vibrates, and there are 2 different vibration levels to it. And you basically, this ergonomic design is brilliant because you can't hurt yourself, because you lay the gadget against your skin and then just downward motions all the way from the kind of sideburns, if you have sideburns, all the way down. And then it shows you in the instructions all the different sort of sweeping motions that you're meant to do, because you have to be careful that you go with the grain of the hair, as it were. But I think it is absolutely brilliant, and I personally cannot live without it because I'm fair and I don't really have very much facial hair, and I didn't realize how much peach fuzz I had until I started using this and looking very, very closely in a magnifying mirror and seeing the before and after. So I'd do my Dermaflash and then I'd see it all coming off, not only the peach fuzz, but it was almost like that layer of dead skin cells, and I'd be like, oh, this is so satisfying. And for me particularly, I have quite a lot of peach fuzz along the jawline, upper lip, also known as moustache, and a couple of other little areas. And so what happened was, the result for me was that 2 things. First, when I put my serums on and my skincare, it really felt like that they were way more active. Like when I put my vitamin C serum on in the morning, I was like, whoa, I can really feel it going in now. So that was satisfying. But I think the sort of biggest benefit for me is when I put on my makeup. So I put on my BB cream or my tinted moisturizer or my foundation, and powder, particularly if you're doing a full makeup. And if it's sitting on beautiful smooth skin, it looks so much better, particularly in a magnifying mirror, and that's what this little guy does. So it comes with, let's see, replacement blades like this, 4 replacement blades it comes with, and a couple of little products like a cleanser and a post-flushing serum. I think you're meant to replace the blade almost every time you use it, but I certainly do not. I'll use it for about 3 or 4 times before I replace a blade. They'd probably kill me for saying that, but I just do. And but it also must be said that I have very fine, fair peach fuzz. So if you had coarser hair, then maybe you would need to replace it more often. And that's it. And it comes with a charger. Little charging station, so you put it in the little charging station, which has a USB. You can either plug it into the bathroom or your computer, should you choose. And you just set it on your bathroom counter. And I actually, to be honest with you, I don't need to charge it. It always amazes me how little I need to charge it. Maybe I'll get like 10 uses out of it before I have to recharge it. So it really holds its charge. Comes in different colors. It's got this sort of silicone ergonomic feel. Yeah, love it. Really love it. All right, let's go on to gadget number 2. So this is a brand called Bogavia, and this is facial and body cupping. And Bogavia as a brand, I absolutely love. I've had them in a number of my videos. I'll probably do other Friday favorites with different products because Alison, who's the founder, is always coming up with new products. But honestly, their hair care, their body care, there's not one product that I do not like from Bogavia, which is really, really saying something for me. So anyway, brand new product that Alison came out with. Alison is so unbelievably gorgeous that if you meet her, you're like, I would like to look like you. Tell me what you use. Tell me what you put in your hair, what you put on your skin. She's one of those gorgeous, gorgeous human beings, and gorgeous from the inside out, I will have to say. So when she comes up with a new product, I'm like, Alison, tell me about it. And she was so thrilled because she got a big New Beauty magazine shout out award for the facial cupping set. And that was it's a really big deal apparently to get that in New Beauty. And so let me show you what it looks like. So the facial cupping is basically 2 little facial cups, and they're made of silicone, and this is how you work them. So you want to get a really beautiful, nourishing facial oil. So Bogavia, of course, has their facial elasticity oil full of really, really beautiful cold pressed plant oils that will nourish your skin. So what you'll do is pump about 4 drops. You want to be quite generous when you're doing your facial cupping of the serum or the oil. I really recommend doing it with an oil, not with a serum and not with a moisturizer, because you need to have a lot of slick on your face to keep this thing moving, because keep it moving you have to. So you will put the oil all over your skin, and then you just basically pinch the facial cup, and you'll get a tiny little bit of suction going, and then you keep it moving all the time. So as I said, you don't want it just stuck. Like, I'm gonna just do this for fun. Boom! If that was stuck for much longer on my face, I'd have a mark there. So obviously you don't want that. So you keep it moving. You get instructions when you buy it of the different up motions that you want to do, but basically it's long sweeping strokes across the chin. You do it all over your face. And you'll see that when you do it, it basically sucks the skin up into the cup. I want to try and do it here actually, but it basically sucks all the skin up into the facial cup, and then you're moving it around, so it dramatically increases the circulation. And you know that because when you're done with the facial cupping, your face is really pink all over. And it's very important to realize that as we get older, one of the many unfortunate things that happen to our bodies and our faces is that our circulation diminishes. So what you're basically doing in a really safe, effective way is you're pulling circulation, pulling all that blood into the surface areas of the skin. And at the same time, you're driving the serum or the facial oil into the upper layers of the skin, so it has a sort of double whammy effect. And I can only say that when you try it, your skin feels so fantastic afterwards. It also comes with a little tiny bitty mini one, and this is for the eye area. So you would put the facial elasticity serum under the eyes, and this one you just pinch, so you don't sort of pull it, because those areas are so delicate, the tissue under the eyes. So you just, don't know if you can hear that, probably not, but it's actually quite fun. It's just a little popping sound, and you just pinch all the way around the eye area and the crow's feet and all of that. So absolutely wonderful. I love it. It's fun to do. It's quick. It's inexpensive. And I think it can only add a lot of value to your sort of weekly little skin treatment that you might do, because it's not something I'm going to do every single day, but you can do it 2 or 3 times a week. But for me, because I'm very busy, I generally will do this about once or twice a week, and often on the weekend when I can take a little more time out for self-care. Also, I wanted to show you that there is the body cupping massage set with the bigger cups, and this can be very, very helpful in your sort of anti-cellulite routine. And although I've always said, because I try and be really honest and realistic, I don't think there's a miracle cure for cellulite. In fact, I know there's not, even if you have liposuction and everything else. There just isn't, and certainly not in a product or a little mini gadget, there isn't. But the best thing that you can do is really improve the sort of functionality of your skin, of the layers of skin and the muscle and the blood flow above the pockets of cellulite. And cupping is a really, really great way of doing that. So again, you would take an oil, and Begavia does a body elasticity oil, and generously apply, to your thighs, your buttocks, wherever, your stomach, wherever you really want to treat those areas. And then you just get going with the cupping, and it's painless and kind of fun to do, and you really sort of feel like you're taking care of yourself. Now, finally, the last sort of gadget, if you like, and this is one that I can live without, I have to say, but I do love it. It's the Jade Roller. So this one is by a brand called Skin Gym, and this is the Jade one, and I believe they come in rose quartz and amethyst and maybe a couple of other different gemstones. So what I love about it, A, it's kind of pretty and it's cute. B, it's really, really cooling on your skin. This hasn't even been in the fridge, and it feels super duper cool on my skin. And in the summer months, if you put it in the fridge, it's really, really nice and soothing on the skin. So I love that. They suggest that rather more than a massage, well, you can massage your skin, but it's a nice way to kind of quote unquote drive products, serums, moisturizers or whatnot further into your skin. I don't think it scientifically does that, but it's sort of, rather than rubbing it with your fingers, you're massaging it with, a lovely piece of jade or rose quartz or whatever. It just feels nice. And it has a smaller roller on the other end, which is perfect for under eyes. And if you do have under eye puffiness, you pop it in the fridge overnight and it feels really, really good. So all this to say, notice that I'm saying it feels really good. And this is just me. Some of you might have another experience with it, but because it feels good, it's lovely, but I'm not really believing or seeing like results with it. And because I only have so many hours in the week to do my beauty and self-care, this little guy sits on my bathroom shelf. I'm not gonna lie, I've had it for about a year. I've used it maybe 3 times. My daughter has one, she says the same. We were gonna buy one as a gift for somebody, and then my daughter pointed out that we hadn't used ours, so maybe she wouldn't use it. So I just want to be really honest with you about products. It is cute. It's a lovely little gift. There's nothing wrong with it. It feels good on your skin. But if budget is an issue and you really want to spend your pennies wisely, or your dollars or your pounds or whatever you're watching from wisely, I'd recommend sort of investing in something like that. Yes, it's more expensive, but do you know what I mean? Like, don't get that and put your money into something like that you're really going to use and you're going to see an immediate difference. And then the other thing is, do start DIYing some of your skincare products, because then you can afford to spend on something like that, or even the facial cups or whatever. That's just how I roll. A lot of people say to me, Sophie, why do you do so many DIY videos, beauty videos, and you show us products? And the reason why is because some people are on a very tight budget, so it really works for them to make their own skincare products, because some of the ones that I show are, can tend to be a little bit more pricey because they're kind of green and made with very quality ingredients formulated that way. But what I do, regardless, is I make the ones that are no-brainers to me. It's like my vitamin C serum, no-brainer, link underneath the video, body scrubs, facial masks, hair masks, all those. If I have time, I tend to make those and DIY them, and then I can spend a little bit more on the products that I really need and want. So that's it for this week's Friday favorites, or this episode. And I'll see you on another episode of Friday Favorites. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Leave me a comment if you want me to focus on a particular product. And it doesn't have to be a beauty or skincare. I also do food and hair products and pet products and all sorts of different things. So, if there's something you really want me to focus on or check out, or a topic you want me to cover, absolutely let me know in the comments. And then I'll pick one of your suggestions for a future Friday Favorites episode. All right, I'll see you next time.